This is one of the most intense courses I've ever experienced thus far within my matriculation at American Baptist College. Why? Because it challenged me mentally to read more, to pay attention to what has been said by certain authors, such as Hopkins, one of my favorites so far. Um, Another one is James Cohen, and another one apparently is Charles Long. Never thought I could understand Charles Long ever because the context of which was given to me, the documentation of significations, I didn't understand it. And at some point, I just gave up because I'm thinking in my mind state that for one, I can't hear who Charles Long is because he essentially so was bringing in other contexts, which were probably other scholars, and trying to prove his case. But at the same time, I did not understand his concept because I didn't hear his voice, and he didn't simplify it more than enough for me to understand where he was coming from. So with that being said, I understand you now due to the fact that I've read um, Hopkins, and Hopkins simplifies so much. He brings it down to a very easy to digest read for readers like myself, especially in the context of the theology, because people grapple with theology every day, even though others can't really understand it and they're too scared to go against the system. This is what this is all about: going against the grain and ensuring that what you think is actually accurate. It's not really accurate because you're just biased, and you have a lot of embedded theology that puts everything into context for other people, which fits into society's social norm. But this is essentially not enough for you to actually take home with, because you're gonna struggle with it. I have a newfound appreciation for theology at this moment because it takes a lot. I appreciate I appreciate I surely do appreciate Long's perception of universalism and how he rejected the notion that the black church is liberating. The black church is liberating to a degree. Why would I say something like that? I'm assuming that someone in the atmosphere is being like, Travis, well, what are you doing? What are you thinking? You are just too much right now. You need some Jesus in your life. And it's actually kind of funny, because I get that on a regular basis. You think differently. Why would you say something like that? That is not accurate. That is not my God. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but do you know that you're African? That your roots are African and that you are raped of your own culture, and now you come to this country and you think you're complete? That your blackness is whole? No. No. It's not gonna be like that, and that's not who you are. You have to do some deeper soul searching within the context of different authors like Dwight N. Hawkins and James Cohen, and I never can pronounce his name properly, but he's the author of Between the World and Me. You have to read, and one of the things what is perpetuated within African American society is the culture itself. It Black culture allows you to express. Black culture allows you to embrace and embody what it means a person of color through dance, music, interpretation, hermeneutics, poetry. We are a very diverse and unique set of people, but we need to also study what was before us in order to understand who we are now. Ooh, ha, ooh ha, ooh ha. Theology of liberation. Whoa, 400 level course. Intense. I changed? No. Has my views changed? No. Because I always set myself apart. I was always set apart from other people because of the way I think, the way I process and interpret. And it takes minds like me to set a pace where it's just, okay, where are you going with this? You're going a little too far. Pull back. We need to understand where you're coming from. Simplify it, because you're not making any sense. And I've had an issue with writing right about now to express myself, and it doesn't translate within the text, but it translates within the person. Because you can't show passion like you can show passion in person. Well, that's another form of expression, so I retract my statement. Theology takes time. Theology of liberation. Theology of liberation is one thing I will not ever forget, because it's now ingrained in me. To ask questions, to bring up context, to have dialogue that starts with, do you know Gustavo Gutierrez? Do you know what it means to live in an undeveloped country or perceived to be undeveloped country? Do you know what it means to be a person of color living in a predominantly white environment that tells you that you should not be at this level of success? This is what it's all about. And at some point, I will definitely be at a point to maybe present this to an audience. I may never know, but only time will tell. Thank you, and happy finals.